Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for June 13th to the 19th. Let's see what we have coming up here for you this week. What do we have coming up here for you, Taurus? Guidance for Taurus. Believe. Beautiful. Okay, so this is about, I feel like this week you're going to be releasing something heavy. And this is just, I think, just energy that's just been around you or something that we may have been holding on to. This could be releasing memories, like old memories. So those imprints, those energies that have been there for a long time. It's like they have this expiration date almost is kind of what I'm seeing here. And I feel like this is a welcome release. I don't think that this is something that you're going to be dreading. I feel like it's going to feel very good to release something. It could also be even releasing like some stuck and stagnant energy that have been there for some time. I'm seeing that some of you have been doing a lot of like energy clearing. You may be even doing I'm hearing regression or like ancestral healing. So maybe some of you have been connecting with that or doing that, really focusing on that. Maybe you're kind of connecting with some generational patterns that have been passed down. And you've been doing that work to kind of clear that energy. And I feel like what's happening here is that you are opening yourself up to a newer path for yourself because you are cutting off those patterns and you are no longer, you're like rewriting your story. You're choosing a new timeline for yourself rather than the one that you were born into or the one that you were, might have felt like you were a part of. You're kind of ending those cycles and you're completely opening up a new page, new chapter, and starting with that blank slate. And I feel like right now, it's also a really good time to continue to ground yourself. Because I do feel like there's a lot of changes happening for you. And I feel like things are really going to be speeding up as well. So ground yourself on a day-to-day basis. But I also feel like the energy clearing that's happening for you is also going to be something where, you'll start to see things kind of come in for you a lot faster than you expected. So opportunities, relationships, friendships, just the way that you're connecting with the outside world also will kind of, the vibe I feel like will be different. So maybe even in general, the way people respond to you or your interactions on a day-to-day basis with other people will feel a lot more in the flow, will feel a lot more natural because you're more in an alignment with your path. So a lot of those individuals that you encounter on that path will feel just a lot more comfortable to be around and just kind of, you don't really have to if you sometimes feel anxious or, nervous around people, I feel like that's not going to be there as much around some of the newer people that you're going to be meeting. So that's going to be a welcome thing here for you is what I'm seeing. So what else do we have here for Taurus this week? What other energies do we have here for Taurus? Wishing well. Beautiful. So I feel like, a lot of you are holding on to this dream and this vision of yours. And I feel like there's something here that you've been envisioning for yourself for a very long time. And you're coming up against a crossroads. You're getting ready to make those changes and those decisions to kind of go down a certain path. I feel like a lot of you are really connected with your soul's truth, like this desire or this dream that you have for yourself. And sometimes that means to walk away from something that we've been connected to for quite some time, or, really ready to kind of put something down. I feel like a lot of you are looking at some things in your life and, it's like, I know I've been holding on to this, but I don't think that this is for me anymore. I think once upon a time I did connect with this. I think once upon a time this did help me in some way or resonated with me in that way. And but I don't feel like I need this anymore. I don't feel like I need to rely or depend on these things. I'm ready to let some things go. And I feel like by letting some of those things go, so whether that is a career, it could even be like a hobby or something where it's just not fitting with you anymore. I feel like you have newer passions or newer things that you want to engage yourself in. I'm also seeing healing in the solar plexus energy. So if some of you are feeling that there's a little bit of tightness or that, anxiety or something that kind of tends to kind of like, I'm feeling like a tightness in my solar plexus. So focusing on that energy center may be very helpful for you as well this week. And again, that will also help to strengthen this decision that you're going in this new direction. So this new direction for you will feel a lot more empowering. It will feel good. You'll feel grounded. You'll feel safe. You'll feel like you belong there. And that's a really beautiful feeling to have. And I feel like holding on to that vision is going to be very important here for you. And I feel like you're going to start seeing signs and things kind of come in here for you in that direction. So it's something to look forward to. And I think you're going to really enjoy this new path that you're taking. there may be just some, choices that you need to make in order to really, continue to walk down that path. Yeah. See, it's with the Simplify card, I feel like, we may have been even juggling quite a few things. So for example, if you've been doing things for work, I feel like you may be starting to look at how some things, it's almost like you're doing them, but it's actually not really, and take this as a resonance because that may not resonate for everyone, but I'm seeing that like some things that we do, and if we take like the zoomed out perspective of it, if we're really looking at it, is this really giving me what I am putting into it? And I feel like you're looking at something from a more practical perspective, and that is helping you to put some things down, because some things we may feel like we are holding on to unconsciously because it had some kind of, for lack of better wording, like this illusion of safety to it. But really, it's actually not really keeping you safe from anything. It's just something that's familiar. And so those are some of the things that I'm seeing, like, we may be ready to just kind of say goodbye to or put down or release because, maybe at once upon a time, it was our safety net. Maybe once upon a time that did give us comfort or that did, help us to feel more connected. But, not anymore. And there's newer things. And that really does clear room. It does make room for other things to come in that will kind of help support us in a better way now. So I feel like you're really simplifying. You're looking at cutting things out. So there's a really big message of clearing energy this week here for you, because it's just trying to make room for what you've been asking for. Differences. So there also may be some changes in your relationships as well. So you may kind of be looking at some of the people around you and accepting people for who they are, where they're at in their life, and also seeing that, you may be wanting to move in another direction, and that's okay as well. So I feel like there's unconditional acceptance and love here for yourself and for a certain situation and for others. If you're feeling like there are some things that are just starting to, there's some connections that you're parting ways with here. We also have patience. So take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Allow things to grow in the way that they need to grow in. Follow your intuition as well. Opening up the throat chakra is going to be very, very helpful here. The throat and the third eye chakra as well. Solitude. Yeah. I think that this is also a time of like deeper exploration. I feel like you may be wanting to spend some time on your own. Some of you may literally be reading or learning about something new. I feel like there's something that you're uncovering about yourself, or maybe you're exploring like a new hobby, a new interest that you have. And I feel like you're really just wanting to be in your own space. Like you're wanting to be in your own like dream-like world in order to explore and grow and kind of do your own thing. Especially if you kind of feel like there are some people around you that you're outgrowing, or certain relationships or dynamics that just no longer fit with you anymore. I feel like you're finding other things more interesting or entertaining. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with you more connecting with yourself and who you are now. So giving yourself that opportunity to do that is going to really help you to facilitate your movement forward. Let's do an animal guidance message here for Taurus this week. Animal guidance for Taurus this week. Yeah, now is a lucky time. So I feel like the space that you're making for yourself is like this incubation space, and that's what you're in right now. And so whatever you're thinking up of, dreaming up of, creating, even if it kind of feels like, oh, nothing's going to come out of this, I'm just doing this because this is fun for me and I really enjoy it and I really like it, and this is just where I want to be right now. I feel like there's something here that there is something that's going to come out of whatever it is that you're creating. So, whatever it is that you're doing, and it's like you're doing it truly from a place of just interest and passion is what I'm seeing here. But it's like there's something that's going to be born out of that. There's something that's going to be kind of created from that. And I kind of feel like you may not even really know how, in what way, but you're okay with that too. So there's that surrender to how something is going to show up. So that's the vibe that I'm getting here. I feel like you're really definitely in the moment and in the flow, and you're just kind of chasing your curiosities. You're allowing yourself to just be. And because knowing that, if it doesn't really help to even try to force some kind of outcome to happen anyways, because it may not happen in that way, in the way that something is meant to happen. So this is a very beautiful space to be in. And it's a really lucky time for you to manifest something, to create something. So being in that space of creation, that creativity, those interests, even if it's just like, you feel like it's just a hobby or something, just like do it and see where it goes kind of thing. So beautiful, Taurus. This is a very abundant, kind of imaginative, creative kind of week here for you. So I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you for next week. Bye, Taurus.